Hey guys, so in the previous video we discussed about to recap how to do the pest analysis, consider the COVID aspect. You should confirm from the interview whether to consider it or not, and whether it is your release or some sister release due to which this issue happened, what was the purpose of the release, and what changes are there. And like I said in the last interview, there is a high chance that the interview may not mention this directly or mention it in a very vague terms, indicating to you that you should probably go to the user journey thoroughly. Actually, this is one of the main reasons why this question is posed, to test you deeply you can think about how deeply you can think about this user journey. I'm really sorry. Think about this user journey. Now, this always obviously user journey part comes through practice, and you should get exposure, at least some decent amount of exposure in different kinds of application. For example, in case of let's say dining app, you can consider dine out, or in case of delivery apps, you can consider Swiggy, Zomato, or in case of, let's say, fitness app, you can look at CultFit app. So that you get different kinds of exposure and different kinds of apps, so that you know what aspects need to be considered. What I'll do right now is that I'll consider the basic aspects that needs to be considered, and what common mistakes that people make, so that you're aware about them while doing your own analysis. So one important aspect that needs to be considered, that in case of e-com apps, and I'm writing this in red so that you remember it very well, or like a Zomato type app, right? In Zomato type app, always consider or always ask regard the login page. See, at some point of time, you did log in to Swiggy or Zomato or some e-commerce Amazon app, but since they have the option of keeps me signed in, you tend to forget that there was such a page altogether. And so why is this required? To differentiate whether the issue is coming for new user or old user. Again, very important issue. Sometimes the issue comes in a new demography that we are trying to cover, or it is coming in an old, for our old user, specifically for our old user only. That means some improvement we have done, so you can get some idea of what the product was about, what the change was about. And a lot of times people do forget this, so please do remember it, that is the logging happening properly or not. This is again another thing that most of the people I have seen, 95% of the people forget about it. Second important is, again, people that don't consider is a search functionality. A lot of the applications which have huge amount of data to display have search functionality, so you should always confirm whether we have changed the algorithm of the search functionality or not. So these two are important things which needs to be asked, but most of the times people just make their own assumptions about it, or just tend to overlook it, because it's been a practically, that's the reason, that it's been a long time since they last considered the login page, and they take for granted that, okay, search functionality is working fine, probably there is some other issue. Now, coming to the user journey, there are some broad headers under which this user journey can be bucketed into. So let's consider that one by one. So you must have covered these in your MM1 course. So I'll cover this need recognition. Need recognition, probably the person came on the Amazon app, let's say, and he's trying to scroll through electronics, medicines, or woodwork, something like that. Then he's searching the information. It can be through the search bar, or he's scrolling through different products that he gets by clicking on a tab. Then he looks at the alternatives, evaluation of the alternatives, compares the price tags, evaluation of alternatives, right? Um, Purchase decision. So now he has decided to purchase the product, but let's say he has put the product in his cart, but that is not getting converted into a successful completion of order and payment. So that is the part that comes over here, and the post purchase behavior. post-purchase behavior or after-sales service. That maybe the rating of a product has gone down, or people are not liking it, they're getting the product late. So it's also called post-purchase evaluation, right? In very rare cases, what I have seen is that the issue is not due to your release, but some other product which is sort of like an add-on. So, for example, it can be like, it sounds a bit weird, but it is practical, and I can say for certain that you may also have done. So, for example, if there is some Chrome extension which gives you some coupons, and I believe most of you have used such extensions, which gives you the idea of coupon or discounts that are present, let's say on Amazon or Domino's or Pizza Hut, or some of the other kind of such websites. And let's say he finds those coupons on, let's say if I am Domino's and there is Pizza Hut, he finds the coupons for Pizza Hut but not for Domino's. So he'll most likely switch over to Pizza Hut to buy the pizza, considering he's considering the budget is the same for both of them, and the spending is same on both of them. So um that can happen. So this is a very, like, not many people do consider this, but this is also something you can explore. So there is nothing wrong in something you have done, but someone else has done outside, even outside your company, due to which your sales or your revenues have been impacted. So just have a look out on this also, that if you're not able to, narrow down on something, probably you should have a wild guess on this also, that maybe there's some Chrome extension or some web browser add-on due to which, or some extra mobile feature due to which this anomaly has happened. Thank you.